Hi students, and welcome to week 3 in your online general psychology course. Hard for me to believe we're already talking about week 3 here, but here we are. This week we are covering chapters 3 and 4. Chapter 3 is over the biological foundations, and chapter 4 is over sensation and perception. So last week we did chapters 1 and 2. You had some of your first Connect assignments and quizzes and so forth, and you did a really great job on those. So I hope this week is even smoother for you because now you more or less understand how those Connect assignments as well as the quizzes work. So let's take a look at what we have in this week's module. So just a reminder, you'll always have the PowerPoints for the chapters. This week I've done a micro lecture over the neuron, which falls in chapter 2 and will hopefully help you prep for the quiz as well as a couple of your Connect assignments. So you do have one writing assignment. I'm going to come back to that at the end. Let's just kind of talk overall what is in this week's module. So these two assignments for chapter 3 here are your Connect assignments for the week for chapter 3, as well as your chapter 3 quiz. So again, obviously a different topic, obviously we're in a different chapter, but very similar to those Connect assignments that you did last week, and you'll get a flow of that as we progress throughout the semester. For chapter 4, you're going to have 2 Connect assignments, one over the ear and the other over hearing, and then your chapter 4 quiz. So 2 Connect assignments for chapter 3, 2 Connect assignments for chapter 4, quiz for chapter 3, quiz for chapter 4, and then in addition to those assignments, all of those are in Connect. You have one assignment that lives right here in Canvas that won't take you out into Connect, and it is a writing assignment. So let's take a look at that. It is called the Psychological Perspectives and Depression Assignment. So last week, with chapters 1 and 2, you learned about the historical perspectives. You learned about the major schools of thought or paradigms of psychology. This week, we're going to take it a step further and put that into some application. This is measuring your student learning outcome number 3. So you can read right here, describe some of the prominent perspectives and approaches used in the study of psychology. That is what student learning outcome number 3 is. And this is the assignment that I will use to assess that. So what I want you to do, basically what you're going to do is write a couple paragraphs, okay? This is not a research paper. This isn't a full-blown APA paper. This is truly, I'm just asking you to answer these questions here. But the references that you use, so what you use to help support what you write, that will be referenced in APA format, okay? So first thing that you're going to do, right, here are those perspectives. Again, you can use your textbook. You can use additional information. They should look familiar at this point. You read about them and did some work with them last week. What I want you to do this week is from this list here, just take one of those perspectives, okay? So you only need to write about one, and then I want you to write a paragraph applying that one perspective to question number 1, and then a second paragraph for question number 2. So number 1, what are the basic beliefs of that paradigm, the assumptions and approaches of that perspective or paradigm? In addition, name one famous psychologist associated with that perspective. So basically, question 1, you're just giving me an overview of whichever one of these you've chosen. Put it into your own words. Tell me a little bit more about what that perspective focuses on, what their major beliefs are, how they help the field of psychology. You can kind of choose there what you want to write about. And then don't forget that one famous psychologist that's associated, okay? That's paragraph 1. Paragraph number 2, the perspective that you chose, the one that you just wrote about in question number 1, how would that perspective treat depression? Okay, so a little application there. So you're going to have to think about if it's a biological approach, obviously that's very different than how someone who is in psychodynamic perspective is going to treat depression, okay? So, and then just write a paragraph about that tells me, You may have some in-text citation in your paragraphs. That's completely fine. You may be paraphrasing and want to cite that, reference that. It's always better to do that than to not. But the main thing is to, after your paragraphs, to provide the reference that you reference or references that you use to write that. Okay, and so don't forget to check out that APA module that I've previously provided. Don't forget to use that Purdue University, the OWL Online Writing Lab. Is what the acronym stands for. That's a great resource for APA. Then you have your grading rubric down here, okay? So reach out to me if you have any questions. Again, don't feel like you're writing a paper here. You are responding to those question number 1, which actually has 2 questions in it, and then question number 2. Again, I'm looking for a paragraph for each one. You can write as long as you want it. There's no maximum, but make sure that you have at least a paragraph on question 1 and a paragraph for question 2, and then your references. All right. So enjoy reading and learning about chapters 3 and 4 this week. Make sure you get this writing assignment done because it is the assessment for your student learning outcome number 3, in addition to being a grade. And keep up the great work. You guys are doing really, really well. Let me know if you have any questions. Take care, everybody.